Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Tuesday morning video. Before I get into this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment below. I'm really trying to get to 700 subs by the end of this month. I think I'm more than halfway there, so if you hit the subscribe button, it's much appreciated. Today I'm going to talk about Coinbase. Ticker is COIN. This is a stock I bought a little prematurely. I got real excited in the crypto hype and all the IPOing in early 2021 where everything was just going nuts. So I did actually wind up buying Coinbase when it IPO'd. I usually never do that because usually everything's overpriced when things IPO and then they have a quick sell-off. So the one time I actually bought, based on the time when it IPO'd, I was like, crypto's going crazy, the market's going crazy, everything IPOing is going crazy. So I went in the first day it opened. So I started my initial cost base at 350, 360. I think it peaked at like 410 that day. And then it just slowly dwindled down and bled out for like months and months and months shortly after. So Coinbase had a 3.1% rally yesterday. That was the biggest move in my whole position. I own 17 stocks. I'm a long-term investor if you haven't watched my previous videos. So it had the biggest rally yesterday in my portfolio. My cost base right now, I did average cost down a little bit as it was bleeding down originally. I was buying at 250, 240, 230. So I did drive it down to 315, which is now my cost base. It is now sitting at 256. I mean, that's a great buy if you're not in this or you're looking, to possibly start a position. Like if you run the evaluation of where I think this company is going to be and where crypto is going to be in general in the next couple of years, or even next year, I really think there's going to be a little more regulations as far as like federal regulations. Because it's getting so big, it's like a snowball. It's to the point where it's so big, no matter what happens, I don't think crypto is going anywhere. I mean, it's a modern way of, it will be, I think in the future, a modern way of transmitting currency in a quicker, timelier fashion. That's what I personally think is going to happen. That's what's going to be. So, that's a great buy. I thought it was a good evaluation under 400 when I started running my numbers. I think I made a video months ago about it. So even at this price, it's a great deal. But you could ask, hey, why are you not buying it right now? Well, I did deploy a lot of money the past 2 to 3 weeks, and that September downwards trend heavy. So I just want to make sure I have enough cash if there's some crazy thing that happens between now and December. There's not much to worry about in my opinion, but I just like having that just for a safety cushion. And I'm not really in a huge rush to average cost down this position. I did buy really heavy also when it did IPO. So it's kind of at the weight where I want it to be right now. And I'm not in a huge rush because I don't think it's just going to run like crazy in the next month or two. So that's kind of my thoughts on why I'm not doing anything right now. 52-week lows. I didn't look at the exact thing, but it is around 225. So I was actually waiting for it to go to 220. I had a trigger to buy at 220 when it was tanking down. I think it went to 226, 227. It would not break that level of 225. So I really thought it would. If it was going to do it, I thought it was going to do it in September, and it didn't. So now we're back up here. So it is what it is. Crypto play. So if you guys have watched my channel, I really don't own crypto. I don't own Ethereum. I don't own Dogecoin. I don't really own Bitcoin. This is kind of, buying brokerages like Coinbase and Voyager and stuff like that. That's kind of my play on crypto basically. So that's kind of how I want to do it, just because there's not enough regulation for me to throw a bunch of money in something where, I'm not saying it will go to zero, but there's not much regulation on it. And there's a lot of scamming, a lot of, bad people use it for payments and stuff like that. And it's just, I'd rather apply my money elsewhere is basically what I'm getting at. So that's kind of my play on crypto. I do believe in crypto long-term. I do believe in Coinbase. I believe they just linked up with Visa. I need to circle back and research that, but that was big news that kind of nothing really happened about. But obviously Visa is one of the biggest credit card players. Visa and MasterCard, I'd say, are the two biggest players in the credit card space. So it's good they're teaming up with Coinbase, which means, they are the biggest brokerage. So it kind of makes sense Visa and Coinbase are going to put their heads together. And you never know, maybe they'll have a really cool feature down the road. Yesterday, the market, the Dow closed at 0.7 down. S&P closed 0.6 down. NASDAQ closed at 0.6 down also. My portfolio actually ended at 0.0. It was down when the market opened, then it rallied up to like, I was up like a good bit midday, and then it pulled back at the end of the day to finish at 0.0. So some hot topics and news that's coming out this week. Banks are reporting this week, so you'll get a good idea on how much people are spending, where it's going, and stuff like that. So that's going to be exciting. Kind of starts Q3 earnings. It kind of kicks it off this week, which would be kind of cool. I don't think the numbers are going to come in that hot, and the reason being, I don't think it's the fact that people don't want to spend. I think it's the fact that there's back orders and delays on everything. So you got to keep that in mind when you see, if you see less than expected numbers, just keep that in mind. Also, CPI data comes out Wednesday, which is, really cool. I look forward to seeing this. I do think the overall year-over-year inflation is going to come in hot. I think it's going to go up probably 0.2 to 0.3% in my opinion, which, is fine. I still think it is, all this inflation is transitory. There's a lot of bottlenecks in the supply issue, and that's raising the cost on products and stuff like that. So I think, I don't know when that's going to get sorted out. It's not going to be anytime soon, unfortunately, but, within the next, hopefully 9 to 12 months, that starts to decline and get really sorted out. So we're not really talking about supply chain bottlenecks, but, we'll see. I really want it to go in right to where they predict. So that would be nice, because then the market would kind of stay where it's at. If it comes in really high or really low, it might panic the market a little bit. It's one of those things where we'll see where the numbers are, and we'll figure out what the best way to do is. But really how I do it, no matter if it comes in high or low, I have cash on the sidelines. I have about 25% right now. So if it comes in high or low, if it comes in and the market loves it, okay, cool. I have my positions built out. I'm happy with everything, and I'll let my account ride and keep accumulating cash. If the market freaks out and panics because it's worse, or people are freaking out saying, oh my God, inflation's here to stay and it's stagflation, this and that, like, okay, well then I'll buy more of my stocks that I really like, because I think it's transitory. So I'm gonna stick with that. I've been saying that the whole time I've had my channel, and I haven't changed my mind once, and I still believe that. So that's really all I got on Coinbase, and just basically news for this week to look at. Let me just look at my portfolio here and see if I see any notable things, like any massive corrections or something like that. It's kind of just boring. It opened boring and finished boring. So yeah, there's nothing really great. Smile Direct is down 6%, but it's a Wall Street bet stock, and it's one of the top ones on there, so that kind of makes sense. You have a lot of day traders and people doing puts and calls on it, so that doesn't really surprise me. It's at 620 right now. My cost base is 492. I'm still up 26%, so it's more of a long-term investment for me, obviously. So if it goes below 450, I'll average cost down. If it stays in the 5 or 6s, I'll just let it go. It's fine. I'm not really trying to, catch the day trading stuff. It's not a big deal to me. Other than that, the market was really boring. It was all less than like 1-2% swings. So till tomorrow, that's all I got. Again, make sure you guys subscribe below. I'm trying to get to 700 subs by the end of this month. I think we can do it. So if you just hit the subscribe button, it's much appreciated. Till tomorrow, peace.